Hi, and welcome to Design It with Tammy Gibbs. I'm Tammy, and thank you for stopping to watch this video today. I've had lots of requests to do a video on the AI Artist Playbook, Volume 2. Both the Volume 1 and Volume 2 have become Etsy bestsellers, thanks to all of you. And I'm just going to be showing you around and how you can use the playbooks for creating more original prompts and enhancing some of your old prompts. So I wanted to give you a little tour around first. First off, I was going to show you a couple of things. I wanted to peep in. This is my Facebook group, Design It with Trotter's Lane Treasures. And so I wanted to show this around. And we've opened up and you were accepting, new folks in. So definitely, if you're watching this video, we'd love to have you join us. And so, yeah, wanted to show you that. Also, I wanted to show you that when you do purchase one of the AI artist playbooks, it doesn't matter which one. You can also ask to be added to the AI Artist Playbook Insiders VIP community, which is where we can more specifically get into using the playbook. And I have tips, and I'm working on some rewards so that if you share about the playbooks, then you can earn rewards and stuff like that. So it's a work in progress, but you're definitely open to joining that. I have an onboarding process, so definitely let me know if you've done that, and I'll send you a link to how to get signed up and everything for that one. And I'm just going to exit out of these real quick. I've been having some trouble with my internet today. It's been a little bit slow. We're anticipating some weather. I don't know that that has anything to do with it on down the line or whatever, but it has been a little bit slower. So Artistly may not, when we get to Artistly, it may not be working quite as fast as it normally does. So just a little heads up on that. Okay, so here is my um, Etsy, and you can see, I just wanted to show you what the playbooks look like. The new one this is volume 2. It's a little less expensive because it's around 278 pages, whereas the original playbook is around over 400 pages. So, but look at all the wonderful reviews. I mean, it just blows me away. I've just got review after review after review, and it just makes me feel so good that all of you out there are benefiting from the playbooks and that it's making it easier for you to create your art. It's just so exciting for me. So, thank you again. And for those of you that haven't, we're going to be showing you why you might want to buy the playbooks and have them in your toolkit for creating your digital products. Volume 2 that we're going to be talking about and using today is Mastering AI Clip Art and Design. But the Volume 1 was Mastering AI Art, Clip Art, and Design. So it did deal with clip art, but not as intensively as Volume 2 does. And you definitely can use everything in volume. If you bought volume 1 and you don't have volume 2, don't fret about it. You definitely can use everything in all of the art sections and apply them the same way we're doing in volume 2. And you can still get great art and great clip art using that original book. It was meant to be very comprehensive. The reason that I went with a volume 2 was just to address some things specific to clip art in a little bit more detailed way, and throw in some things on, marketing and stuff like that, some other considerations for doing clip art packs and that sort of thing. So, anyway, they both work very well together. And as you can see, and I'm going to click out of these now since I've shown you those. Okay. So now, Up here, this is a really cool feature if you have Windows 11 and you're using Edge. Then it has a feature where you can actually create these groups, and I use them to keep up with different things. Like I have both of my playbooks, the PDFs, in a tab. And so that way, when I am designing, I can open up this tab and I have those PDFs right there. I don't have to pull them back up and I just keep them there. Then I can close them when I'm not using them. It doesn't take a whole lot of room on the ball on the bar up here. But anyway, I just wanted to show you those things because those are just kind of little um, to start everything off. But we're going to go into Artistly. Now, let me make this since this is about the AI artist playbooks. I want to make sure you understand that you don't have to use it with Artistly. You can use it with any generator that you're using. It was not written specifically for Artistly. Artistly is relatively new, so the information on it is limited, but you definitely can use it with any of your AI platforms. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're at the dashboard. This is what, for anybody new. Create design is where it starts, and then we're going to choose Fast AI Image Designer. Now, let me make a couple of points about this particular platform and why I'm going to be bouncing back into between different generators. Basically, Artistly is a hub, and it has the two little robots you saw on that screen. You've got the fast designer, and then you have the advanced designer. Okay, so those are the two main designers, but there's also different designers located in different spots. For instance, you can go into the Perfect Text and Hands designer, and this one has an option to do fast, like the other, or you can do high quality. You can select what aspect ratio. You can choose from these things here. You can set your folder with whatever folder you want. It's already set to private, so you would leave that alone. There is a mirror magic option, which is where you can take maybe a piece of your own art. One of the ladies in my group has started using some of her art that she created, some paintings and stuff, and then uploading them into the Mirror Magic, and she's getting art off her own art that she created however long ago, which is a great way to use that feature, that Mirror Magic. And it doesn't look exactly like them, but it's a rendering of using that as a example. And so that's a great way to use that feature. I always encourage everybody to not upload other people's art, that is not like out in the public domain or something. You can use some of these like Pixabay and some of these free photo sites to get ideas and stuff like that. I'll do another video on that and how you can use that. But be mindful of trademark and copyright. It doesn't matter whether AI is doing it or you're doing it. If you try to sell it, you're going to get in trouble at some point. Either you're going to get your store closed down or you're going to get into further trouble and they're going to come after you. Especially since AI has come on the scene, a lot of these companies are really trying to protect their assets and they're not going to let you get away with it. And who really wants anybody? I mean, would you really want somebody to do that to your art or, something you worked hard for? I wouldn't imagine that you do. But anyway, so here, this is where you can get the high quality. So that's a generator, and it gives a certain kind of look. Think about it like different people that are sitting, I guess, in a cafe, and they're all given the same instructions. Say, for instance, draw a picture of a cat. And each one of those people were told to draw a cat. There's, let's say, 4 different people, and they're all drawing cats. They are independent of each other, and they're probably going to draw that cat in a different way. One may take some watercolor, one may take a pencil, one may have ink, one may have a paintbrush. If they're going to do a picture of a cat, it's going to be different. And that's the way these AI generators are. Each one is different and they're programmed differently. So, excuse me, the results of that are different. That's why it's really hard to take prompts in, that are working wonderful from Midjourney and put them into Artistly and not expect to have to do a few tweaks. There are some prompts that just probably kind of by accident end up having those very basic tenets that they can make a pretty image all the way across the board. But more than likely, you tweak them to work with yours. And the wonderful thing about the playbooks is that we're not dealing in complete prompts. We're dealing in phrases and words and how we put them together. So the way I put them together and the way you put them together is probably going to be different, which is what is lovely about the whole thing. It allows you to um, inject your own personal style and preferences into your prompts by and do it a little faster because I mean I'm a creative person, and before I compiled the playbooks for myself, before I did that, I was always trying to think of different ways to say things, and do them. And I did a good job. I had really good clip art that I was creating, but it also took a long time. So this is also a way to streamline that process and also just spur your imagination, because when you read some of these, your mind's probably going to go crazy, and you're going to even come up with some phrasing and put things together in ways that you hadn't imagined before. So I know that's kind of dramatic for the whole thing, but it really is very transforming to be able to have these easy to reference playbooks so that you don't have to run out of ideas. When you're looking at a blank page, all you've got to do is open a page of the playbook and look down anything and just get an idea. So it's an idea inspire. It's just so many different it's just something that is, I don't know, it works so much better than I even expected it to. But anyway, let's get in and let's play around and let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you have purchased the Artistly full package, um, you will also have access to, again, like another person, like lots of different people, the AI art illustrator, which breaks down into lots of different styles. Now, these styles are actually even a little bit different and will render different results. If you choose watercolor here, you're going to get a different result than this one. And you're also going to get a different result than in the advanced or the fast or even in the high quality. So you take that into consideration. All of them present varying degrees of different. So you can literally, with one prompt, you could create lots of different clip art packs and they would all look a little different. So that's what's so wonderful. I'm not going to go into a lot of these other things. We'll deal with advanced later, but just so you know, Artistly is like not one generator, it's lots of different generators in the way that it interprets the prompts. Okay, so let's go back to this is what the image generator looks like for the fast version. And they call it an AI image designer, not generator, but that's what it does. So you can put your prompt here. You can click on customize settings, and then down here we would select what folder we want to create in. Do it now, because if you don't, then you have to go back, and if you've done 4 images, you have to make each one individually done. It's already defaulted to private, and with this particular one, we can actually do 4 images at a time. You can't do that with the other ones, but you can do it under fast. And then you have a lot of these little defaults that have optional, different things. You also have when you have a prompt in here, there will be a little, and I'll show it to you when I have one, there'll be a little magic wand there. You also can clip over to enhance. You can type something and then enhance it, and then the program will come up with an enhancement of that prompt, so it'll make it much longer, and then, you can play around with that too. All of these work hand in hand with the playbook because you can still create your look, your basic prompt with the playbook, and then you can play with the variations that you can do with that prompt. Okay. So what I'm going to do is go over, because I have literally tried to make this video 3 times this morning. So it's going to be a mess because what I attempted to do earlier and what I created earlier is going to be in my feed. And so I'm going to have to go backwards and find you and work through it that way. Okay. All right. So, and these are going to be very random, weird looking images, but there will be a reason. There's a rhyme and reason to everything. So I'm going to go back and start where I started this morning when I was first attempting. And what I'm going to do is I took this prompt. It's folk-inspired botanical motif, symmetrical floral patterns, warm earthy hues. And I created this image. Now, something that happened when I created that image is, and I'm going to go over, we've been talking a lot about seamless patterns. And quite by accident, I'm going to upload it and show you, quite by accident, I realized that that prompt created a wonderful seamless pattern. And they're very difficult to do, very tricky, but this particular prompt created a wonderful seamless pattern. The only thing I can think of is this phrase here, the symmetrical pattern or the symmetrical aspect of it. I tested it again with different one of images that I had created this morning around that prompting series. And I tried this one, which was another one that I created. And again, perfectly seamless. Pretty amazing. And then there was this one. So I literally tried this 4 times, I think it was, and each time they were seamless. So I'm going to explore that later myself and keep testing it. But I think that may be some phrasing that Artistly understands. Even above what they've done they've added a couple of different places you can create seamless patterns, and they have much improved. So I'm not sure whether they've continued to improve it over the past few days, or if it's because of the way this is phrased. But anyway, whatever it is, it's working. I also did this one. Like I said, there were 1, 2, 3, 4 images, and all of them created really nice seamless patterns. So we're going to click out of there now. And I've kind of shown you that, but we started with this. Now I can tell you that this is, okay, it's loading. Okay, so this is my playbook, and I'm just going to go to the table, go to where it's at. It's on page 122 is where I got the prompt. Right here, it's folk-inspired botanical motif, symmetrical floral patterns, warm earthly hues, and that's where we started. Okay, so then after I created that one, I didn't want the pattern. I wanted to incorporate a rabbit. So I went into this one, and this is what I got. Okay, folk-inspired bunny. So I replaced the botanical motif with bunny, but I left everything else the same, and this is the art that one created. And then I evolved the prompt even more by taking and eliminating the patterns part from here. So this is where we built from that one. Okay. And see, we just kept continuing to create. And then let's pop up here. I went in and I changed it up and added the vintage naturalist, faded parchment, sepia toned greens, and dusty blues. All of that was a phrase that I got out of the playbook. So I added that to the end of it, and then started getting those images. And then I had a fun play with it, and just to see what it would do, I changed out to tropical vibrancy, bright jungle greens, and got this fun image. So what we could do here, we're going to play with this one now just to see what we could do. And we could leave everything and we could put folk inspired. Let's see, what do we want to do? What's another fun animal that we could do? A folk inspired. Hmm. Let's just say puppy. Because once we get a style that we like, colors we like, and everything, then we can play with the subject and change out that and see how we can do. That's one way that you begin to create a clip art pack that has more than one animal, but you want to keep the same theme. Oh, that's cute. I love the glasses, the sunglasses. That's really funny. So really just a fun image. Okay. Now, if I wanted to, I would try to isolate some of this stuff and I could work even further and wiggle things around and try to get it down to the clip art that has the white, background and everything and make it easier to separate those. Okay. So I worked through those originally, and now we're going to go back down to I apologize for having to do this way, but it kind of didn't make sense in not going from the beginning. Okay. So originally, I went and found another prompt, and this is the fairy. It didn't have any Enchanted Forest fairy gown. This actually was taken from Playbook 2 also, and it has a lot of references for getting specific fashion things. Like if you're working, which is so cool because now you can basically dress out your clip art. Like if you're wanting to do for business or if you're wanting to do for space or you're wanting to do medieval, you can go in and find out how to word it so that you can get the proper fashion on your clip art, which is really super cool and adds a totally new dimension to your clip art. But anyway, so as you can see, she's in more of a photorealistic because it doesn't tell you anything about that style, so it defaults to photorealistic. But you can see that her skirt here, her gown is a moss covered texture. Okay, so this was the basic prompt, and this again was one of the example prompts that I'm just using examples out of the book. But I didn't want photorealistic, so we wanted to change it up some, so I changed it to and added the wet on wet watercolor, and then Enchanted Beautiful Forest Fairy wearing a gown made of moss-covered textures and woven flower details. So we're gonna try to generate a few more like this one. This is mainly just for example, just to show you the range and how my thought process goes through using the playbook and how I add things. And sometimes you're going to add one item to your prompt. Sometimes you're going to add 4 or 5, even 6 items. It just depends on where you want to go with that prompt, how far you want to go. And many times I start out with one prompt and I keep changing it until I get a look that I'm happy with, that I can build a clip art pack from. So you may start out with one subject and end up with something totally different as you see what the results are that you've gotten. Oh, he is a cute little puppy there too, isn't he? Okay. So we have these fairies, and for some reason, I think because of my internet connection, some of these are not coming out clear like they should. That's not typical, but anyway, so that's what I did. I worked with the fairies. Those fairies, they're very unusual, and I can tweak them through and add some more things, and I can probably get those into a really cool clip art pack. But what I saw immediately I wanted to do with it was to go back and try to apply this to something totally different. So let me just take you down to where I went, and then I'm going to show you. So basically, this particular prompt is the same prompt other than I took away the gown and added beautiful bunny. And I also, we're going to regenerate it here. I did it under this Perfect Text and Hands Designer. So what was a fairy is now going to be a bunny, and I loved the way they turned out. So that is definitely going to be a pack I'm going to work on and do. I ask that you please do not try to do a clip art pack with this particular one. I know I'm showing you the prompts and stuff, but my plan is to finish that up later today and have a pack out there. So use the prompt and then tweak it some more. Add some more things to it and make it a little bit different if you don't mind. See how cute they are. So here's this one. Okay. And then I want to show you all the others I created. So I really liked him and liked that effect. Let's go back and look at the others and I'll show you. It's going to be a really cute pack. Aren't they adorable? Not these two. These two are different, a different grouping, but aren't these just precious? See, I think I've got a few more. Nope. Okay. Um, I think the others are down here. Yeah. Aren't they so cute? Just precious. Just so cute. Cute, cute. Okay. So now what I tried, let's go back up here, and we're going to go into the perfect text and back with this is the one, the fairy one. Look what this generated. She's very cute. That would make a really pretty pack too. So just to show you, this is the same, this is the exact same prompt. And we're going to take her into the perfect text. We're going to plug it in. And those fairies are just so it just depends. So if you see something and for some reason it just looks like it's just not, it's like a mix mash and it's not really what you're looking for, then be sure and try it and try that prompt in another one of the other generators, the other designers. Because if it doesn't work for one, it may look great in one of the other designers that you have access to. See how pretty? This is very neat. This would be a very pretty pack. And then I could, these look like they're kind of sideways. So I would go in and I would work with this particular, like the hair color and the different things like that. I'd also, let's regenerate it. We've got everything going in greens now. Let's go into our volume 2 and we're going to look for some colors and we can stay in that same botanical kind of theme. And let's pick another, let's pick the dark moody and see what that does. And this is how I use it. I showed you how I have them open. Well, this is I copy and paste just like I'm doing here all the time. Okay, so we're going to try it at the end and see what it comes up with, if it changes our color. And I shouldn't have done that. I enlarged the screen. See how it went in and actually, that's very pretty. It went in and it darkened the greens and then it brought out the plum colors and it even darkened the wings. Very cool. So that's how you can change it up. And let's just change and let's look for some texture. Let's see, textures and brush strokes. Let's see, pencil and ink. Let's try the vintage etching and see what that does to it. And some are going to look horrible. I'm just going to tell you. Some don't work together well, but that's part of it. It's just kind of part of the art process. I really like these wings. Those are so pretty. It would be pretty just to kind of separate the wings and have the different wings and put those in a clip art pack too. Oh, interesting. Look how pretty. That's very interesting. Nice. I like that. Okay, so now let's try something else. We'll erase that. Let's go back in and let's see. Let's try this and see what it does. Okay. So you can get as artistic as you really want. And me, I go for full out artsy. I want my stuff to be so different and unique. And you'll find your audience. The more unique you are, you will find your people, you know, and you'll find your applications for what you're doing too. And I apologize, it is taking a little bit. Oh, how pretty. Wow. That is gorgeous. Now, I'm going to be making these fairies too. Now, I love these fairies. So pretty. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. That's very pretty. So we're going to try another one. Let's see. Let's try the delicate pencil and ink. It's ought to give us a different look. Oops, not doing that. There we go. So pretty. Beautiful colors in this one. And you can even blend those. You could blend this one and this one. Look at that. Okay, so this is more the pencil and ink one, but still just very striking. Beautiful. And then let's go and let's change up. We've got this, so let's change our let's go back and let's see. That's textures and brush strokes. Let's play with something else. Let's see. Texture. Let's try this one. This might be a cool, interesting thing. Don't want that. Let's do this and try it. Oops. Well, apparently I had already clicked it. There we go. Slow internet. Wow. Lovely. Do you see how absolutely transformative this is and how you can just continue to build? Now, now we'll have some fun and we'll just see what we can do. So let's say that now instead of this enchanted forest fairy, we want the bunny. And we're going to be funny and we're going to just leave everything else the same. So wearing a gown, it may or may not be wearing a gown. I don't know. Sometimes when I try to be real funny, they don't come up funny. They just come up weird. So we'll just see by changing out the bunny. What would be really cool is if it's a bunny, but it's wearing a really cool outfit. But we'll just see. That's the fun of doing it on the fly. Because when you're doing it, you have things that are bloopers and weird, weird images. So why would my video be any different? I mean, it's real life. I don't have a perfect one. Oh my goodness. Could that not be any more adorable? That's exactly what I wanted it to do. How freaking cute is that? So now that's another. I've got like 3 different packs now that I'm going to be making. Oh, wow. Okay. So now we're going to play with this one again. And I'm going to leave the textures and the things and all, but I'm going to take the woven flower details off and see what that does. I'd like to get less flowers around it, like a little bit more isolated look. But you just have to tweak it to get those things together. But that was so super cute. Aw, that's I like it. I'm not sure why taking that off did that. The arms here are a little bit weird, but I'm actually digging the whole mood of the thing, that's really kind of cool. That would be really cool to do if you could get that effect and do it into like a party invitation or something. Minus the moss arms and stuff, but anyway, let's regenerate it. I wish I could do 4 at a time because that would probably be really cool, but if I swap over, it's going to give me a different look. So let's just click and make another one. And these are not defaulting with the proper folder, so I'll have to go back in and add them. Let's put this one in bunnies. Okay, so this one did with less of the flowers around. So I believe I could keep playing with it, and I probably will for my pack. But we'll move on for demonstration purposes. So that goes to show you how you can, I mean, can you believe that where we that we came from here to get these incredible images? These to me are not as pretty, but that's okay too because, I could tweak them inside this particular the fast generator. I definitely could tweak them and I could get them where they need to be. But you can also go to fix image here and it's going to go and pull from the advanced designer. And we're going to actually take one of these, um, also one of these images, the prompt for it, and we're going to go into the advanced designer and then we're going to play with them as well. Wow. Okay. So this is really pretty also in the fix the image, which is actually, they're saying that they're using the perfect text and image to create that, but it's very similar to, ooh, we got to make that private. We need to, if you do the fix the image, it's not going to be private. So let's take this fairy. We're going to grab that prompt. We're going to pop over into advanced and play with it for a little bit and show you what that's going to look like. So we're going into the advanced designer now, creating, and we're just going to do fairy, forest fairy, fairy. Okay. We're going to go over to the little magic symbol here for the AI designer. We're going to pop our prompt in here and then we're going to generate image. Now, when you're generating inside here, you can only do one at a time, but they are private. So if you want to file them immediately into the folder you want them into, because they're going to go into a main folder and it's going to get really huge. You also, if it's an image you really like, I suggest you go ahead and export it, just mainly because once it gets into the folder system right now, the way it currently is, if they haven't fixed it by the time you're watching this, it's just tedious to go back and download them. But when you get it over here while you're generating another image, you can go ahead and download it and it's not that big a deal and you can move a little bit faster with it. So if you like the image, then you can do it like that, and I'll just show you as soon as this one is completed. Okay, yes. So Very, very pretty. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it there. I'm going to go over here to the media library and I'm going to um, actually let me go back and I can add a folder and I'm going to put Forest Fairy. And I've created this Forest Fairy now. I'm going to go back to Move. And she's already have a fairies, but this is for the Forest Fairy. And I'm going to move that image in there. And that way, at least there won't be as many images in that folder to go sort through if I wanted to get back to it. Now, I'm going to go back to here. And for some reason, because I went out of it, normally if you go ahead and you're continually doing them, it won't erase it. But it did then. So see, I've already exported it and now I can delete this image. And I do not know why. It's better not to delete it until after you get it going because for some reason it's wanting to erase the prompts. Oh, lovely. Another very striking fairy. We're going to export. We're going to go down here and we're going to click generate image and we can do another one. Export. That's just kind of the way we do it. Shh. Sorry. Okay. So that's pretty much how we do it. If you want to just, work on one, you can bring it in here. It, it's going to give you a different look, a little bit different look, but definitely a great. You can start in here with your prompts. You could, let's see, let's just find another. Let's pop in here and let's find another sample prompt that we can use. I apologize for the puppies. I'm not starting this video over again. Let's see. Shh. Stop barking. Let's go into here. Find some examples. Okay, so let's see. Let's try this one. Let's do the hand painted Scandinavian pattern. And let's just try it in here. Oops. It just has to have something there. Let me see if it went ahead and made. Nope. Sorry about that. Pretty. Okay. That's a pretty pattern. Okay, so what can we do from this now? Let's look at what it says. Hand-painted Scandinavian folk art, pattern, symmetrical floral design, vintage Nordic colors. Let's do one more image. And then we're going to take that and turn it into something else. Oh, pretty color. That's a pretty pattern. I wonder if that one, let's go in. And let's search. Let's see, pattern. Seamless pattern. Checker. I shouldn't have gone out of there. Okay, pattern AI. Upload. Didn't save it yet. Okay, so let's export this one. PNG. See if this one. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lovely. That's a beautiful pattern. Okay, so let's go back. And now we're going to start playing with it. And now we're in advanced. So, okay, so hand painted. I'm going to get rid of this little comma. This little quotes. Hand painted Scandinavian folk art. We're going to take pattern and the floral design out of it. And we're going to put sailboat. And see what it comes up with. Okay, that's a cute image. Okay, so what we're going to go back and add now is, now this would actually be cute. You could turn this into clip art by removing the background and you'll have a more realistic piece of clip art. That's really cute. How cute is that? That's really cute. We're going to erase this one so you can see it good. And that one. See how cute that clip art is? That is awesome. Now, so if we wanted to do a pack, we could take and for some reason it's just making, I don't know why. I'm going to have to talk to him about that because it didn't used to do that. I think all the tweaks may have messed up this because it's not holding the prompt like it normally does. But so we changed out and took out, let's see, it's folk art. And we took the pattern out and the symmetrical design and we put the sailboat. So now let's do something besides a sailboat. Let's do an anchor and see what that does. And I'm going to actually copy this one since it's probably going to erase it. But if we could get a cute little anchor to go with this pack in a similar design, then that would be awesome. Another way you can do this is to go down here and use this little and just say change. That's cute. Okay, so we're going to take and get rid of this one. And we're going to remove the background on this. And there we have another little cute piece for that pack. That Scandinavian. Really cute. Okay. All right. Go back here and paste it. Okay. The anchor, and then let's say a whale. That would be really good. Whale. So you see, you really can take and adjust and tweak. But we're going to go further. We're going to start enhancing now and moving away. We've started with that one. See how cute is that? Okay, so we're going to pick him. We're going to remove his background. We're going to choose him, and then we're going to erase that. Uh-oh. You know what? We can find him right over here and put him on here again. We erased the wrong one. Oh, so cute. That's going to be a cute little clip art pack. Okay. Super duper easy. Okay, so now we're going to go back and we're going to start tweaking even more. So we've got hand painted, Scandinavian, folk art, anchor, vintage Nordic colors. We're going to take away the vintage Nordic colors and we're going to go back in and we're going to do Scandinavian muted pastels. And see what we come up with there. See if we can maybe, what I'm thinking is, okay, so this would be like more for a boy. So if we could change, have a similar style, but we could change the colors to where it would be more for like a girl, that would make two different little cute little packs that you could do. Okay, so we didn't get the pinks, but this is a cute arrow as well. So we're going to take it. That's really cute. I like the style of that arrow. That arrow. Sorry about that. That anchor. It's not an arrow, it's an anchor. And we're going to remove the background. Now, typically, I don't remove the backgrounds. I'm just doing this for this particular thing. I normally download them and then I do pixel cut and I go through a whole lot of process. I just want you to be able to kind of see what the images look like. Now, this one is not as clean as the others have been, so I would run this one through pixel cut and get a better image. So I'm going to go ahead and um, go back to the original anchor. And then I'm going to export it, and then that way I can get a clean removal. So we're going to go back to the prompt, which I did not save, and I'm going to have to do again. But anyway, that's okay. Oh, actually, I did save it. So hang on. We're going to go over here. We're going to grab the little eyeball. We're going to copy our prompt because that's where it went to. Now we're going to go back here, paste it in, and we have our prompt. And we're going to, it says soft blues, gentle grays, and dusty pinks. So I'm going to say, let's take away the blues and soft, gentle grays and dusty pinks. And let's see what that does. Okay, so that one has a little bit of pink in it. We could even take it a step farther and we could do away with the grays and just do the soft dusty pinks if that's what we're looking for. But all of these are pretty cool images. Now we can also work with the type of painting that it is. So we can keep the style of the Scandinavian, the folk artsy, and we can change up to like a watercolor and we're going to get a totally different image. Oh, now that's cute. Now it still did put some blues, but it put the emphasis on the pinks, so that would be really cute. Okay, so we've got those. Let me just export that one because it's cute. Okay, so now let's go down and let's play again. So instead of the hand painted Scandinavian, we're going to go in and we're going to go to the table of contents. I'm going to go to the watercolor just to so I don't have to hunt through every one of the little things. And then we're going to try this. Um, let's do this one and see what it does. And we're going to go back in and put this one here in the front and try it out so that we can see the different looks we can get. So we've got this real hand painted dimensional look here, but we want to go for more of a soft watercolor illustration look, but along the same lines. Oh, how cool. Now we lost our color and stuff, but this is a really neat image here. And it's not the opaque has less transparency doing it that way. Now, I'm going to put these here and see if we can get our color back. Before I do that, let me download that one because that's a really cool image. This is where you're creative. I mean, anybody can do an anchor image, but what about a folk art anchor image that's all hand painted, that's painted looking? I mean, think outside the box because in a clip art that's, you want to stand out, make sure your art is not just exactly like everybody else's. Okay, so this is giving us kind of a hot pinky look, which is cool. We can still, we can remove the background on it and get our image that we want. But we could also play with the pinks and the different things. That's not a good image, so I'll just leave it like that and remove it with Pixel Cut. That happens sometimes. Go back over here. Okay, I'm going to paste. Oops. I'm going to have to go back to this image. And here. Copy this, and then we're going to go back. We're going to change the type of watercolor now. Just paste it in here. We're going to go back to the book, and we're going to go up here to the soft watercolor illustration. Okay. Hang on, let's see. There we go. Okay. So see, that does change it a little bit with a different look of watercolor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this and we're going to take it back into, let me save it, or not save it, but download it. Then to get out, we're going to go to the dashboard and back in, and we're going to choose the Fast Designer. We're going to plug it in over here, and then we're going to see what kind of look we get over here. If you're really wanting a very fluid watercolor effect, then you want to take it out of the advanced and start plugging it into the fast or the one of the AI Illustrator watercolors. It just tends to deal with those types of watercolor a little bit better. So depending on the look you're looking for. Okay. I'm going to shift around and put this here and see what we get. Got a really pretty watercolor wash back there with the pink. And the anchor would still be really cute, but I just want to see what different looks we can get over here. Okay, that's an interesting looking anchor. Over here we can do 4 at a time so we can actually see what we get. And all the other versions that we did over on the other side, we can pull them in and see what they would look like over here as well. So I think I've pretty much covered everything, just to give you some different looks and how you can see. Now this is what I was after, is something like this. So you can continue and something like this. So we're getting there. It takes it a few times sometimes to start giving you that look, but it is getting it. So I think you can see how I construct them, how I play with them, how they can be so helpful. I mean, you can go from very realistic looking, still watercolor, but very realistic looking animals to, the very cartoony animals. And see now, these would all be cute clip art. And so, it just depends on the look you're after. See, that's really cute. So, I hope this has been very helpful and you understand how the playbook works and what the advantages are to having it. I mean, it's just a wonderful resource tool. Like I said, plug it up here so that you can refer to them back and forth, learn what page your table of contents on. That'll be so helpful to you. Um, just flip back and, when you've got it open, just go up here and, type the number and then you can just click to wherever you want to go, from your natural, wildlife, botanical nature, your florals, your anime, whatever you want to do. It is just packed full, the whimsical. There's so many things in both of these books. I mean, it's phenomenal. And like I said, right now they're still on their half price special for the launch. I can't believe that I launched volume 1 in February. And so really the whole project is less than 2 months old as far as not development, but excuse me, goodness. Not development, but as far as from launch, the first part of February to now. So around 2 months and 2 books and just it's been amazing. Artistly, as you can see, has so many features. If you're interested in Artistly, all of my links to everything is down in the description. Check it out. Links to my store, links to the books where you can buy the playbooks. There's a link for my Artistly affiliate link, and it doesn't cost you any more to use it. So that's good. There is currently a coupon, or there was a coupon. I'm not sure if it's still good, but it was 16 years was the coupon code. So if it's still available, use it and you'll get 30% off. But this is not going to be super evergreen. So, I don't know when you're going to watch it. So, but if you need to, you can plug in that coupon code. I'm not sure when they're gonna stop accepting that coupon code, but you can try it. And then of course my Facebook groups, and be sure and subscribe so that you know when I upload a new video. I've got some coming for using Canva. I've got I have a junk journal. I have a junk journal one. I have an idea that my voice is doing this because I've tried to do this video 3 times today, 3 or 4 times today. And so that's probably why my voice is cracking. But I've got one coming up on junk journals. I've got one coming up on some Canvas stuff. I've got a lot of different things besides Artistly, but they all kind of work together. So keep an eye out. Make sure you subscribe so you'll get a notification. And thanks for watching, and I'll just see you next time.